Hello guys, welcome to AI Sciences. We are going to start a new series of tutorials in which we'll be telling you some underrated libraries of Python that are very useful but not famous. One of them is Autoviz. So Autoviz helps you to visualize your data very easily. Believe me, it's just one line of code and that's it. A lot of data will be your data will be visualized in a lot of shapes, in a lot of plots, in a lot of charts. So what is agenda today? So we'll be starting with the introduction, and then we will be reading some documentation of Autoviz so that it will help you later on, and we'll be studying a few data sets that we will be visualizing later, and everything will be done on, as usual, Python. So let's go towards our first thing, which is documentation. So here is the documentation of Autoviz library that is available on PyPy official library. So here you can read a lot of things about Autoviz. First thing first, how can we install this Autoviz library, right? So here is the table of content, and first thing is first, how can we install it? So if you are using Conda like me, all you have to do is you have to write pip install Autoviz, and that's about it. And otherwise, if you want to install it from its GitHub repository, this is the procedure how you can install it. You first of all, you have to install the requirements and stuff like that. So that's why this is a little bit hectic. That's why I usually prefer the Anaconda method of installing the libraries. And then there is this is how you can use this library, right? So rather than reading it from here, let's use it in our notebook. So first thing first, let's import it. I'm going to copy this from here, and I am going to paste it over here. So from Autoviz class, I am going to import Autoviz class, and then AV, which is an instance of Autoviz class. So let's run it. Okay, so it is giving us a few warnings about let's see, yeah, about versioning. Yeah, don't worry about it. Now let's rather than waiting for this class to import, let's it has been imported. Okay, so here we have to say percentage matplotlib inline, since it make uses of matplotlib library. That's why we have to make it matplotlib inline, right? And then what we have to do is let's say we have to specify a file name, right? Which file or which data set do you want to visualize? So let me visualize Titanic.csv. Now what is this Titanic.csv? If I go to my folder, here you can see that these are a few files that are available. I'll also put it in the link description so that you can find it out. So where is Titanic? Here is Titanic CSV. It has names of passengers that were available that were board on Titanic. Here is the classes of their births, and then we have their ages, we have their genders, and survived column that shows that this passenger is survived, and 0 shows that unfortunately this passenger couldn't survive. So this is a Titanic data set, and we have another data set that is called vehicles data set. So it has information of a few variables about a vehicle, like its make, its brand, its model, its year of make, its engine fuel type, and a lot of information about it. And then it also has a target variable that is called MSRP, which is the price of this vehicle, right? So yeah, these are the two data sets that we'll be playing around with. Let's go back to our code. So this is the file name that we have specified, and now all we have to do is we have to say AV. What is AV? AV is this instance of the Autoviz class. So we'll say AV dot Autoviz, and here we have to pass a few parameters. First parameter would be the file name that we have just specified, and then we have to pass a separator, right? So in our case, separator would be a comma, since our file is comma separated. And then we have to pass a dependent variable, right? And what is the dependent variable? This is not, this is not a mandatory parameter. You can leave it empty as well. So in our case, our parameter was survived. Dependent parameter was survived, right? And then dfte, I think, this was it. Okay, so what this variable does, I'm going to leave it empty. Actually, if you don't want to visualize your data from a file, actually you want to visualize data from a data frame of pandas, then you leave this empty. You leave this, you leave it like this, and you pass the data name, name of data frame over here, right? So in our case, we are going to visualize data from our file directly. And then actually you cannot leave it empty, you have to make it none. And then we have to specify the chart format, which is svg in our case. And then we have to specify how many maximum number of rows do we want to analyze. Let's pick a huge number. Let's say 15,000. Okay, let's add another 0, right? And then also we have to specify how many number of maximum columns do we want to analyze. Let's say 30. Okay, that's about it. That's it. This is one line of code, and let's run it and let's see what happens. Yeah, magic happens. You can see it is going to visualize a lot of plots for you. So here you can see that it has plotted a scatter plot for you. On x-axis it says these are the survived, and on y-axis it plots the ages, right? So these are the ages with 1 means survived, 0 means not survived. So these are the people, the unlucky people who couldn't survive, and these are the lucky people who could survive. So you can see that there is not much information in the age. Mostly people die and survive from every part of age. And if we go further down, here's the distribution of age, and here's the distribution of gender or distribution of sex. These many females survived. 1 means, here you can see that 1 means survived, 0 mean this bluish means not survived. So these many females couldn't survive, these many females could survive, and so on. About the males as well. And here you can see that some box plots as well. And then we have some bar charts. If you want to, and then here's the data frame. Okay, if you want to do it by yourself, you have to write at least a dozen line of codes, right? But here you can see that how simple it is. Okay, let's do it for our second data set, which is vehicle.csv. Okay, so vehicle.csv. Yeah, perfect. And then its dependent variable was, if you remember, what was msrp. Okay, so it is msrp, right? And also let's do it in a bit more formal way, something like that, so that it looks a little bit professional. Okay, so this is just a one line of code. We are going to execute it, and you will see the wonder. Awesome. Let's run it. What I've done is I've just changed the file name, and I've just changed the dependent variable. Let's run it. And oh, we have a few errors. It says not, what is the file? Oh, it is vehicles, not vehicle. Okay, let's run it again. It is taking some. Yeah, awesome, great. So it has plotted a few scatter plot. Here you can see that here is the price, and here is the okay, so it has plotted a lot of plots, a lot of plots. So first thing first, here is the engine horsepower with respect to price. Here's the engine number of cylinders with respect to price. Since price was the dependent variable, so it has plotted maximum number of plots with respect to price. And then we have number of doors, again number of price with respect to number of price. Then we have a few scatter plots. Exactly, we have 6 scatter plots. Then we have some box plots, whatnot, bar charts, everything. We have almost each and every visualization over here. Here you can see that. Beautiful. And here you can see that heat map as well. It saves a lot of your time. You can see that every visualization is done. If you want to present it in your presentation or somewhere and you're in a hurry, all you have to do is you have to write just one line of code. That's about it, and it is still generating the charts. You can see that it is the compiler is still busy, and it keeps generating the charts. Oh, it has also generated a word cloud for us as well. Beautiful. This word Chevrolet, brand name Chevrolet, was presented the maximum number of times in the dataset. That's why it is so highlighted. And then Nissan, and then Ford, and whatnot. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. And we will be posting one underrated library every Monday for you guys. So subscribe our channel if you want to learn more about Python and artificial intelligence. Thanks.